Right now, I want you to understand something powerful. Your reality is not permanent. What you see, what you feel, and what you experience today is nothing more than a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you have been holding on to. If you want something different, you don't fight reality. You assume a new one. You step into the energy of what you desire and live there, even when your senses tell you otherwise. Reality is old news. Everything you see around you right now is a result of the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions you have held onto in the past. The circumstances in your life are not fresh. They are a reflection of yesterday's thinking. This means that if you are unhappy with what you see, there is no need to fight it, no need to resist it, and certainly no need to let it define who you are. Reality is simply a delayed response to what you have been assuming. It is like watching an old movie on the screen. The film was created long before the projection started, and you cannot change the movie by scratching the screen. If you want a new picture, you must change the reel. In the same way, if you want a new reality, you must change the thoughts you hold in your mind. Many people get stuck because they believe what they see is final. They let their bank account decide how abundant they feel. They let their current relationship determine how loved they feel. They let their present health condition decide how whole they feel. But the truth is, everything you see is temporary. It is yesterday's manifestation, not today's truth. You are the thinker of your thoughts, and therefore, you are the creator of your reality. What you think and feel right now is shaping the next moment, the next day, the next experience. When you understand that reality is old news, you stop reacting and start creating. You realize that there is no power in the current picture because it has already been created. The power is in what you imagine right now. The power is in what you assume to be true now. Every time you worry about the present situation, you are simply feeding energy into the past and projecting it into your future. But every time you hold a beautiful thought, every time you imagine your desires fulfilled, you are planting seeds for a new experience. So, how do you live this truth? You begin by reminding yourself that the outer world is a mirror of the inner world. The mirror cannot change first. The face must change. When you stand before a mirror, you know that frowning at the reflection will not make it smile. You have to smile first, and then the reflection will follow. Life works the same way. If you keep waiting for the mirror to change, you will wait forever. But the moment you decide to change your inner state, your thoughts, your feelings, your assumptions, the outer world has no choice but to adjust to the new image. This is why it is so important to detach from what you see. Your senses will try to convince you that reality is unchangeable. They will whisper, "Look, nothing is happening." But do not be fooled. The moment you plant a seed, you do not dig it up every hour to check if it is growing. You water it. You trust it. You let it be. Your desires work the same way. Once you assume them to be true, once you feel the reality of them in your heart, you leave them alone and let them unfold. Reality is old news, so stop reacting to it. Stop letting it dictate your mood or your choices. If you see lack, do not claim lack. Claim abundance. If you see loneliness, do not claim loneliness. Claim love. If you see struggle, do not claim struggle. Claim ease. The world outside you is always a step behind your consciousness, so use your energy wisely. Pour your attention into the reality you want, not the one you want to leave behind. The more you focus on what you desire, the faster it moves from imagination to experience. And remember this truth: you are never stuck. You are never trapped. You are never powerless. You are the creator. The life you dream of is not somewhere far away. It is in your thoughts right now. Nurture it, believe in it, and live in the feeling of it. Reality will catch up because it always does. It cannot resist a mind that has decided what it wants. Today, choose to see reality for what it is, old news, and start writing the headlines for the life you truly desire. Your mind is the origin of everything you experience. Before a single thing appears in your physical world, it first exists in the unseen world of thought and imagination. Nothing comes into form without first passing through the mind. Every building you walk into, every invention you hold in your hands, every piece of art, every book, every achievement began as an idea. Someone imagined it first. Someone saw it in their mind before it existed in reality. This is the same process that shapes your personal life. What you think about consistently, what you believe deeply, what you assume as true in your heart. These are the forces that create the outer circumstances you call reality. Many people make the mistake of thinking the process works the other way around. They believe reality happens first, and then they respond to it. They think they are just reacting to life. But the truth is, life is reacting to you. Your experiences are a mirror of your dominant state of mind. If you hold thoughts of lack and limitation, you will see evidence of lack and limitation. If you hold thoughts of abundance and possibility, you will see doors opening, opportunities flowing, and blessings multiplying. The mind is a magnet, and it draws to you the people, the conditions, and the events that match its most frequent vibration. Think of your mind as a projector, and your life as the screen. What shows up on the screen is not random. It is a reflection of the film running inside the projector. If you do not like the picture, there is no point in attacking the screen. You cannot scratch away the image on the screen and expect the movie to change. You must go to the source. You must change the reel. Your thoughts are the reel of the movie called your life. If you want a new picture, you must choose new thoughts. This is why imagination is such a powerful tool. When you imagine, you are creating. You are shaping energy into patterns that will later appear in form. The outer world cannot resist the inner picture. It must conform because it is the effect, not the cause. The cause is always within you. This is why daydreams are not meaningless. Visualization is not just fantasy. It is the blueprint for your future. Every time you hold an image in your mind and feel it as real, you are calling it into being. You are setting in motion the forces that bring it from the invisible into the visible. Your emotions amplify this process. Thoughts alone have power, but when you add feeling, you accelerate creation. Feeling gives life to thought. It sends a strong signal to the universe that this is real for you. When you imagine a desire and feel the joy, the gratitude, the certainty as if it has already happened, you collapse the distance between you and that experience. Reality has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your inner state. But here is where most people get stuck. They think their job is to figure out how it will happen. They spend energy trying to control the steps, the timing, the details. This is not your work. Your work is to keep your inner picture clear and alive. Your work is to maintain the feeling of having it now. The how belongs to life. The how is the job of the unseen intelligence that orchestrates all things perfectly. When you trust this process, you stop forcing and start allowing. You stop worrying and start flowing. Creation becomes effortless because you are aligned with the truth that your mind creates first. This also means you must guard your mind carefully. Every thought is a seed, and every seed produces after its kind. You cannot plant seeds of doubt and expect a harvest of confidence. You cannot plant seeds of fear and expect a harvest of peace. Whatever you allow to dominate your mind will take root and grow. This is why it is so important to become aware of your inner dialogue. What are you saying to yourself every day? What stories are you repeating? Are they stories of limitation or stories of possibility? The universe responds to the vibration of those stories. Today, choose to take your power back by taking control of your thoughts. Decide the reality you want and begin to live it in your mind. See it clearly, feel it deeply, speak it boldly. Walk as though it is already done. When you do this, you are living from the cause, not the effect. You are living as a conscious creator, not a passive observer. And soon, what you have imagined will appear before your eyes. It cannot be otherwise, because the law is unchanging. Your mind creates first, then reality follows. Assume what you desire, not what you fear. This single truth holds the power to completely transform your life. Everything you assume to be true in your mind becomes the foundation for what you experience in your outer world. Assumptions are not just idle thoughts. They are seeds of creation planted deep in your subconscious. When you assume something with conviction, it begins to take root and shape your reality, whether you are aware of it or not. This is why it is so important to become conscious of what you are assuming every single day. Most people live by default, letting their fears run the show. They assume failure before they even begin. They assume rejection before they even ask. They assume disappointment before they even try. Then they wonder why life keeps proving them right. The answer is simple: your assumptions are powerful. If you walk around expecting the worst, your mind begins to create scenarios that match those expectations. Life mirrors the dominant picture you hold in your mind. If you assume fear, you will see fear reflected back. If you assume lack, you will find evidence of lack everywhere. But when you assume success, love, abundance, and well-being, reality will rearrange itself to support those assumptions. The truth is, assumptions shape your beliefs, and beliefs shape your life. They influence the decisions you make, the risks you take, and even the way you carry yourself in the world. When you assume the best, you step into a higher frequency. You begin to align with the energy of what you want, and in that state, doors open effortlessly. Opportunities come. The right people show up. Things that once seemed impossible become natural because you are no longer resisting with doubt and fear. So how do you shift from assuming what you fear to assuming what you desire? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the inner conversation you have with yourself. Notice the quiet whispers in your mind when you think about your future. Are they filled with hope and possibility, or are they filled with worry and doubt? If you find yourself imagining negative outcomes, gently interrupt the pattern and replace it with a positive assumption. Instead of thinking, "What if this goes wrong?" start asking, "What if this works out better than I ever imagined?" This simple shift changes the direction your energy and begins to create a new pattern in your subconscious. Next, use the power of imagination deliberately. Close your eyes and see yourself living your desired reality. Feel it in every part of your being. If you desire financial abundance, imagine yourself already abundant, paying bills with ease, enjoying life without stress, giving freely. If you desire love, see yourself cherished and adored, feeling safe and joyful in a beautiful relationship. Don't wait for evidence before you assume it. Assume it now. Live it in your mind until it feels natural. The more real it feels inside, the faster it appears outside. One of the greatest mistakes people make is thinking they have to earn the right to assume something good. They believe they must wait until circumstances change before they allow themselves to feel successful, loved, or prosperous. But this is backwards. Life does not work that way. You must feel it first, assume it first, embody it first. Then reality follows. When you hold the vibration of your desire, you send a clear signal to the universe. This is who I am now. This is my truth. And the universe responds by bringing experiences that match your new state. Another key to this practice is persistence. Assumptions take root when you repeat them consistently. You cannot assume abundance for 5 minutes and then spend the rest of the day worrying about lack. You cannot assume love in the morning and then complain about loneliness in the evening. Stay loyal to your new assumption. When fear tries to creep back in, remind yourself, I choose what I assume. I choose my reality. Keep coming back to the feeling of your desire fulfilled, no matter what the outside world shows you. Remember, reality is delayed. What you see today is old news. What you assume today becomes tomorrow's experience. And finally, let go of the need to control the how and when. Your only job is to assume and feel it real. The timing is not your concern. The steps will unfold naturally. Trust the unseen power that is always working for you. Trust that as long as you hold the assumption of your desire with faith and joy, everything is moving in your favor. Assume what you desire, not what you fear, and watch your life transform. Start today. Choose one desire and decide that it is already yours. Live in the feeling of it. Let it be your truth. When you do this, you step into the role of the creator instead of the victim. You become the author of your life story. And that story can be as beautiful, abundant, and fulfilling as you dare to assume. Feeling is the key. It is the bridge between imagination and reality. You can think a thought, you can speak an affirmation. You can visualize your dream in vivid detail, but if there is no feeling behind it, it remains empty. Thoughts are the blueprint, but feelings are the power that brings them to life. Feeling gives thought its magnetic force. It sends a signal to the universe declaring, this is real for me. This is my truth. When you understand that feelings are the creative force, you begin to see why so many people struggle with manifestation. They repeat affirmations, but their hearts are full of doubt. They create vision boards, but deep inside, they feel unworthy or fearful. Words without emotion are like seeds scattered on stone. They cannot take root. But when you combine thought with feeling, it is like planting seeds in rich soil and watering them with care. Growth becomes inevitable. So what does it mean to feel your desire? It means to step into the state of having it now. It means to bypass the evidence of your senses and claim the experience in your heart. If you desire abundance, you do not wait for the bank balance to change before you feel abundant. You feel abundant now. You walk with a sense of plenty. You bless every dollar you have. You notice signs of wealth everywhere and let gratitude rise in your heart. If you desire love, you do not wait for someone to appear before you feel loved. You generate the feeling of love within yourself. You speak kindly to yourself. You nurture your heart. You radiate the energy of love in everything you do. When you live this way, you are not pretending. You are aligning. You are tuning your vibration to the frequency of what you desire, and the outer world cannot resist that alignment. Feeling is the language the universe understands. Logic does not create, emotion does. If you say, I am wealthy, but inside you feel anxious about money, the feeling wins. If you say, I am loved, but you feel lonely and unworthy, the feeling wins. This is why forcing affirmations while ignoring your emotions rarely works. The key is to gently shift the way you feel until it matches the reality you want. Begin small. Find one thought that brings relief. Find one thing you can appreciate right now. Appreciation is a doorway to better feelings. Gratitude lifts your energy. Joy multiplies what you focus on. Another way to activate feeling is through imagination. When you visualize your desire, don't just see it, feel it. Imagine the details so vividly that your body responds. If it's the home you want, walk through its rooms in your mind. Feel the smoothness of the counters under your fingertips, the comfort of the furniture as you sit down, the warmth of the sunlight pouring through the windows. If it's financial freedom, feel the ease of paying bills without stress. Feel the lightness in your chest when you realize you have more than enough. If it's love, feel the joy of holding someone who adores you, the safety of being fully accepted. Immerse yourself in the experience until it feels real. Because in the realm of creation, it is real. The beautiful thing about feelings is that they can be practiced. You do not have to wait for life to give you a reason to feel good. You can choose to feel good now. You can choose joy in this moment. You can choose gratitude even when things aren't perfect. When you do this consistently, you train your vibration to hold the energy of what you want. And life, by law, must match that energy. But here is an important truth. You do not need to feel good every second to manifest. You are human. You will have off days. You will feel doubt at times. That is okay. The power is in returning to your desired feeling as often as you can. Do not judge yourself for slipping. Simply guide yourself back gently. Remind yourself, my feelings create, so I choose feelings that serve me. Feeling is not just the key to manifestation. It is the key to a joyful life. When you focus on feeling good now, before the dream arrives, you begin to live the essence of that dream. You no longer postpone your happiness. You no longer say, I'll feel good when. Instead, you choose to feel good now, and in that vibration, you become magnetic to everything you desire. Feeling is your power. Use it wisely. Feel what you want as though it is already yours. Live in that state as often as you can. Let your heart lead the way, because the moment you feel it, you are holding the substance of creation in your hands. And when you hold it within, the outer world has no choice but to mirror it back to you. Stop looking for proof. The moment you begin searching for evidence that your desire is coming, you are signaling to the universe that you do not fully believe it yet. You are saying, I don't trust the process. I need something to convince me. But faith does not ask for proof. Faith knows. Faith declares it is done before there is any sign. And that certainty is what moves mountains. When you constantly check your current reality for signs, you are feeding doubt. You are reinforcing the very state you want to escape. You tell yourself, I'll believe it when I see it. But that is backward. You will see it when you believe it. The outer world is always a reflection of the inner world, and it takes time for the physical to catch up with the non-physical. Every desire has a gestation period, just like a seed planted in soil. You would never plant a seed and dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You would water it, nurture it, and trust the process. Do the same with your desires. When you look for proof, you step out of alignment and into resistance. You shift from a state of certainty to a state of doubt. You start asking questions like, why isn't it here yet? What if it doesn't happen? What am I doing wrong? Those questions come from fear, not faith. And fear delays manifestation because it lowers your vibration. Creation is not about effort. It's about energy. When you feel good, when you feel certain, when you feel like it's already done, you are a vibrational match for your desire. When you doubt, you block the flow. The truth is, the evidence you seek will appear only after you stop needing it. The moment you let go, the moment you relax into the feeling of having it now, the universe begins to deliver. That is why people often experience breakthroughs when they finally surrender, when they stop obsessing, when they stop checking, when they say, I don't care how, or when I know it's mine. That release of resistance opens the channel for manifestation. So how do you stop looking for proof? You shift your focus from outer evidence to inner reality. Instead of scanning your circumstances for signs, Live in the feeling of your desire fulfilled. Let that be your proof. Your imagination is the evidence you need. When you can feel it real, when you can taste the joy of it in your heart, you have already created it. The outer world is just a delayed reflection. Trust the delay. It means the seed is growing. It means the roots are deepening. It means the foundation is being prepared for something stable and lasting. Another powerful way to stop looking for proof is to celebrate small wins. Notice every little sign of progress and let it build your faith instead of feeding your impatience. If you desire abundance and you find a coin on the street, see it as confirmation that wealth is on its way. If you desire love and someone smiles warmly at you, take it as a sign of alignment. The universe speaks in whispers before it shouts. Acknowledge the whispers and the shouts will come. Also, remind yourself that what you want is not outside of you. It's already within you. The moment you desired it, creation began. It exists in the unseen. It is waiting for you to align with it, not to chase after proof. When you understand this, you no longer feel the need to monitor the outer world. You rest in the knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if you can't see it yet. Faith is powerful because it does not depend on circumstances. Anyone can believe when the evidence is clear. True power is believing when there is no evidence. That belief is what makes the evidence appear. So choose today to release the need for proof. Stop refreshing your reality like a browser page, hoping something new will show up. Close your eyes instead and see it in your mind. Feel it in your heart. Speak it as though it is already yours. And then live your life joyfully in the meantime. The fastest way to your desire is not through constant searching. It's through constant alignment. The more you focus on enjoying where you are while knowing what you want is coming, the faster it comes. Your trust accelerates the process. Your doubt delays it. So choose trust, choose peace, choose certainty. Because when you stop looking for proof, the proof begins to flood your life in ways more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Live as if it's already done. This is the ultimate secret to turning your desires into reality. When you act, think, and feel as though your dream has already manifested, you shift your vibration instantly. You are no longer waiting for the blessing. You are living in the energy of it now. That energy is what draws your desire closer. Because life responds to your state of being, not to your words or wishes alone. Most people make the mistake of waiting to feel abundant until money shows up, waiting to feel loved until someone enters their life, waiting to feel successful until the achievement comes. But life does not work like that. You cannot wait for circumstances to give you permission to feel good. You must feel good first. You must embody the version of yourself who already has what you want. When you do this, your outer reality has no choice but to align with your inner state. Living as if it's already done is not about pretending or forcing. It's about shifting your identity. Ask yourself, who would I be if my desire were already here? How would I walk? How would I talk? How would I show up in the world? Would I carry confidence or doubt? Would I speak with faith or fear? Then begin to live those answers now. If you want wealth, start carrying yourself with the energy of abundance. Speak words of prosperity. Treat the resources you have with gratitude and respect. If you want love, radiate love. Be kind to yourself. Show up with openness and joy. If you want success, step into that successful energy. Organize your life like someone who values their time. Dress the way you would if you already had the position. Feel the pride of accomplishment before it arrives. This is not a game of pretending. It is a game of alignment. You are aligning your frequency with the version of yourself who already lives that reality. When you do this consistently, opportunities, people, and circumstances that match your vibration start appearing naturally. You will notice doors opening that once seemed locked, conversations flowing that lead to breakthroughs, and ideas coming to you effortlessly. This is because you are no longer operating from lack. You have moved into the energy of fulfillment, and life mirrors that back to you. But living as if requires courage, because the current reality might look very different from your desire. You might be surrounded by evidence of lack while you are choosing to feel abundant. You might be single while choosing to feel deeply loved. You might be struggling while choosing to feel successful. This is where faith becomes powerful. Faith means choosing the unseen over the seen. It means believing in your inner world more than your outer world. It means saying, I know what I feel inside is more real than what I see outside. That conviction moves mountains. One of the best ways to live as if is through gratitude. Gratitude collapses the gap between desire and reality. When you give thanks in advance for what you want as though it's already yours, you signal to the universe that you are ready. You say, I believe, I trust, I receive. Every time you say thank you for something you have not yet seen with your eyes, you are pulling it closer. Gratitude creates a powerful state of receivership because it carries the vibration of completion. Another way to embody this principle is through visualization. Spend time each day imagining your life after your desire has manifested. See it clearly, hear the sounds, the colors, feel the textures. Most importantly, feel the emotions of that moment. Feel the joy, the peace, the excitement. Let your body respond as if it is happening now. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. This is why athletes practice mental rehearsals. They know the mind shapes the body. The same principle applies to your life. When you rehearse the feeling of your dream fulfilled, you train your mind and body to expect it. And expectation is a magnet for manifestation. Living as if is not about ignoring reality, it's about creating a new one. You are not denying what is, you are declaring what will be. You are saying, this is who I choose to be now, and that choice transforms everything. When you hold that energy long enough, reality bends to match it. The law is simple. Life reflects your dominant state. So if your dominant state is, it is done, then it must become visible. So today, stop waiting and start being. Be the person who already has it. Feel the feelings now. Walk in that confidence now. Speak those words now. Treat every moment as if your dream has already unfolded. Because in the unseen, it has. And soon, your eyes will witness what your heart already knows it was always done.